And now, without disturbing the shoulders, position the hands by your chest. The legs are together. You're on the tops of your feet. And now bend the right leg, drawing the right heel towards the right buttock. Don't spread the legs. I think my last instruction was bend the leg. Do not spread the legs. Keep the hands where they are. Feel the length of the thigh. Move the right groin down and don't use your hand. Move the right heel down towards the right buttock. Now, without disturbing the pelvis or the shoulder girdle, take the right hand and hold the top of your foot. And now draw the heel down towards the buttock, not to the side. So the buttock is not attached to your outer hip. Moving the groin down, keep the extension, feel the extension, the action of your thigh. Then also extend back with your left leg. And then release. So that when you lower the leg, the feet should be together. You start with your feet together. Position both of the hands by your chest. Don't move the hands, and now bend your left leg. Drawing the left heel down to the buttock. Don't let the knee move out. Think what my last instruction was. Thank you, everybody except one person. You're fine, Elsa. So now move the left groin down without using your hands. Draw that left heel down towards the left buttock. Now take the left hand to hold the top of your foot. The heel moves down to its own buttock, not towards the hip bone. And then release. Straighten the leg, the feet should be together. Position the hands, keep the elbows in, and once more, bend the right leg, extend the thigh, open the groin, take the hand and hold the ankle. Do not put the foot out, draw the heel towards its own buttock. So the heel, so let's say the buttock bone, knee, heel is one straight line, except the fact that the knee is bent. Don't lose that alignment. So now you're holding the top of your foot, move the hand closer towards the toes. And now draw the toes down. Drawing the toes down, it's not disturbing the sitting bone. The heel should be in line with the buttock. You're holding the top of your foot, and then all I asked you to do was to move your hand towards the toes. And then release. And then bend the left leg. Take the hand, the heel is in line with the buttock. Take the left hand, hold the top of your foot first. You'll move the heel down. Don't disturb the foot. The heel, move the hand now towards the toes. So you're drawing the toes down. But don't roll the elbow in. And then release, straighten your legs. And now roll over and then sit up. So sit in Dandasana. So take your feet slightly apart. So there's just a little bit of space there at the top of your legs. And now bend the right leg, so now you're going to do Siddhasana. So get the turn, don't just bend the leg and grab the foot. Watch what happens to in your hip socket, the knee, and in your ankle. So just relax that right leg, draw the foot in, and then you have to turn the sole, the complete sole of your foot to face up. So the big toe may be slightly underneath your left thigh. And now with the left leg, just allow the leg to revolve slightly out. And then when you bend, you're drawing the heel, do it slowly. Draw the heel in, and then you lift the left heel on top of the right. Then you have to tuck those toes out of sight. Weight is even on your sitting bones. Take the hands behind. Wide foot, take your hands to the front if you're tipping forward. Buttock flesh down. Just take the hands behind you. Lift the hip bones. Draw the trunk slightly back. Feel the lift of the tailbone to the crown of your head. And then release your legs. And in your own time, change over. So there should be a straight line from knee to knee. And you're not tipping forward, draw the flesh of the back of the body down, feel the lift through the front, take the hands behind. So the arm work will help you lift your chest. So shin bones should face the floor. The toes are tucked out of sight. And release and straighten your legs and feet together. So Dandasana legs. And now bend your legs and sit in Virasana. So when you sit in Virasana, so the action of your ankles, knees, and hips now, as you were doing when you were doing the Ekapada Bekasana, and different action but similar to your Siddhasana. There wasn't one time when I said wiggle your bottom from side to side. If you're in the habit of bending your legs and wiggling from side to side, you're actually disturbing your knees. So would you all please straighten your legs again? And now bend your legs. So you should know, first of all, sit in Vrajasana. Bend the legs, both legs are together. Sit in Vrajasana. Now lift the bottom slightly and then place your bottom on the floor without wiggling from side to side. That's a very tight movement. The legs are together, the heels are very close to your sitting bones. It's almost as if you have to have a shoehorn to take your pelvis down. And then the toes stretch back, they don't curl in towards your bottom. And now hands on your feet, and again, no wiggling. So watch, the hands are on your feet, bring those elbows in. So there you are, there's that same action in the chest with the elbows, with the hands, as when you were lying on your tummy. Elbows in, elbows slightly bent, go down onto your forearms and elbows. Do not disturb the pelvis. So rest on the elbows. Don't lift the shins. Now have that opening in the groin. Slide the elbows slowly to the side and take your back down. Supta Virasana. So what's more important? Head down and knees up. I never give the instruction of knees up in Supta Virasana. So shins down, the spine extends, spread the shoulder blades, and then the head down. So relax the arms to the side. And now hands on the feet. Push down with the elbows and lift up. Lift with the breastbone, the head will follow. And then lift the pelvis and straighten your legs and then lie flat on your back. Adjust the lower back. And feel the spine in contact with the floor. And then the legs are straight. Keep the hips level, lift the right leg and hold the big toe. Now, if it's difficult to hold that toe without drawing that leg forward, that's fine. But then don't pull that hip up. So you've got to get a little turn there at the top of your right leg. Feel the weight even on the back of your pelvis, and left thigh firmly on the floor. And now you're holding the toe with your right hand, draw it down from the thumb towards the inner armpit, move the inner armpit to the back. Arm is straight, leg is straight. And extend the left arm out to the side. And then turn in the right arm, the right leg, take the right leg to the side. The left hip bone shouldn't lift, left buttock shouldn't lift, or the left shoulder blade. So, and also straighten the right leg. Now keep extending from your left buttock to the left heel. So, you know, in every posture, you've got a control. So, the control now is the left side. So you have to control the left side to get the correct action in the right side. And then the chin, straight line from the pubic bone to your chin. Then lift the right leg, right arm, and lower the leg. And then lift the left leg, reach for the big toe. So adjust the pelvis and the shoulder blade, left shoulder blade down. And stretching the right arm to the side. Get the turn in the left leg, left arm, but the control in out is your right side. That is where your focus should be. Not how far can you take your left leg, but is how much I control the right side to get the correct action in the left side. And then lift. So when you lift, there should be no rocking there on your pelvis. And then lower. And then just bend your legs, Supta Baddha Konasana. And then bring your legs together, Purva Mukha Uttanasana. And then release your legs. And now you need to move your mat to the wall, so you've got the space by the wall for, first of all, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and then Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, full arm balance. Position the hands, don't take the hands too close to the wall. Make sure the middle finger is straight and a nice lift of your spine, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Really extend the back legs, heels down. Now feel the action of drawing the legs towards the groin. Groin will move up, up and back. Now lift the heels, walk the feet in and kick up, full arm balance. So now move the front body to the back, and now really as you move those outer armpits forward, lifting the inner arms, lift the spine, and now really work the legs, like push the heels up. So you don't want that your bottom to drop. And then go down, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take the legs back, so you've got a good extension of the spine, the arms, armpits open, good extension of the spine and the legs. Heels to the floor. Now keep the armpits open, the chest moving forward. Lift the heels, walk the feet in, and then when you kick, swing the pelvis back. So connect the inner heels. Then also be aware of the center of your feet. So if you can connect to the center of the foot, you will not then collapse your lumbar. And then go down, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take the legs back, get a good distance. Now keep all of those actions with your Adho Mukha Svanasana, heels up, a couple of steps in, and then kick up. Adho Mukha Vrikshasana. Let the head go, Judy. Go up with your arms and the bottom, not the head. Let the head go. And then go down. Uttanasana. So your feet apart and then fold your arms. And change the fold of the arms. And then release the arms and come up, and now Shirshasana. A couple of the variations, so if you just leave that security of the wall, then that's fine. So you'll be there for 8 minutes, and then I will do the variations. If you can't cope with that 8 minutes, you come down, and then you do the work on your back. Okay? Are you ready? Up you go. Your forearms in, and also the outer wrists to move in. Observez mobility. Judy Smith, feet slightly back. Conserve feet forward, bottom forward, and rib cage back. Okay, so the right leg, Ekapada Shirshasana. If you're taking the foot down, don't drop the hip. And then if the right foot's on the floor, then you have to have a strong action with that left leg, move the left thigh back and lift the heel. And then lift up. And take the left leg down. Take the left foot down, it's drawing into the hip, outer thigh will lift, extending inner leg more, the toe to touch the floor. Now right thigh back, and then lift. So bend your legs, Vadakkanasana. The legs together, Shirshasana, and get the turn in the right leg, so Parshva Ekapada, take the right leg to the side. So do you remember when you were lying down during the Supta Baddha Angushtasanas, I said about the leg that was on the floor, the leg that was straight, so the still apply, same applies now. That is the control. You really have to open the back of the left leg, push the heel up, and the hips are level in line with your shoulders. And then lift up. Just lift your shoulders. And then turn the left leg, controlling the right, take the left leg to the side. So the leg is going out, it's drawing into the hip. Keep the tailbone exactly over the crown of your head. And then lift. Keep the shoulders lifted, maintain that work in the arms. Shoulders lifted, and slowly and controlled take your feet to the floor. And then your bottom back, so Adho Mukha Virasana. Instead of extending the arms forward, so to release the neck and shoulders, stretch the arms back towards your feet. And then come up and then straighten your legs. So feet together, so in Dandasana. So Judy Smith, you disappeared. And then take the hands forward to hold the big toes and Paschimottanasana. And then come up, and then without disturbing the sitting bones, so bend both of the legs together, Baddha Konasana. Just take the hands behind. So the sacrum in, roll the shoulders back, spread the shoulder blades and move the back armpit to the front. So as you lift the inner of the front armpit, then you will lift your breastbone. Bring your legs together. Try to make this one flowing movement. Legs together. Take the legs wide. Upavishta Konasana. So hands behind. So you've still got that Baddha Konasana action with the thighs drawing into the hips. The turn, the slight turn to roll the outer thighs, outer knees down. And don't disturb the spine or the sitting bones, bend the legs, the feet back into Baddha Konasana. Hands behind, stretch up. Don't move the hands, knees together, take the legs wide, Upavishta Konasana. Keep the hands where they are, bend the legs, Baddha Konasana. Bring your legs together, straighten your legs and Paschimottanasana. Hold your feet, hold the outer edges, the center of your foot, and extend the inner heels away. And then come up and take the legs wide, Upavishta Konasana. So feel the movement of the thighs into the hip sockets. And now, without disturbing your sitting bones, bend the right leg, as if you're doing Janu Shirshasana. Don't move the left leg. So if you bend that leg in, you will find the heel is more or less in contact with its own buttock. The toes will be to your inner left thigh. So you're going to control your bottom, turn the chest to face your left leg, take the right hand to the left foot, and then the left hand and bend over your left leg. So as you move the chest forward and down, the bent leg, the right leg should not move with that action. As you glance back to look at that right knee, the forward of your leg should face the ceiling and shouldn't face forward. So you have to turn that thigh. It's tremendous work there. So you want to have the correct action in the beginning that will protect your body right the way through the pose. Or do you want to have your head down just to show something at the expense of the wrong action? So it is very difficult to do this, controlling the hip, getting the correct action, and then get your head on the floor. And then come up. So now, assuming that you didn't roll your right leg forward, straighten the right leg out to the side, in which case you won't have to do any adjusting. Without disturbing the sitting bones, bend your left leg. The knee has to remain moving back. Don't bring the knee forward. So you really have to turn that thigh. The fold of the leg faces up, outer thigh. It is your outer thigh. I don't know if any of you were in the studio when I used to walk behind you and say, why do I see your calf muscle? Why do I see your heel? It is because your leg is rolling forward just to take you down. So the outer left thigh should be firmly on the floor. Move the knee well back. Now turn the chest towards your right foot. Keeping the knee back, take the hand forward. Hold the foot, take the right hand, hold the foot. It's very difficult to understand and get the correct movement and the head down. Holding the foot evenly, it is not a twist. Do not twist the spine. It's a very bad habit some of you got into, and it's doing nothing. And come up. And then straighten the legs wide, Upavishtakanasana. So if you didn't disturb the pelvis, the heels will be level. Bring your legs together and Paschimottanasana. Now come up without disturbing the sitting bones. You're going to bend the right leg into Janushirasana. But get the turn on the thigh, moving the knee well back. Don't move the buttock back. Buttocks are level, knee back, heel toward its own leg, and only the toes to your inner left thigh. So the foot is a similar action as your, let's say, Siddhasana. The heel will be back towards its own sitting bone. So the foot shouldn't slide, so the knee will be well back. Be in the front, please don't twist your spine. Be in the center. Just position the hands by your hips. And now sit straight. So keep moving that knee back. So most of you are creating more space there between the knees. Now take the left hand, hold your left foot. Take the right hand, hold the foot, and take the chest down. So as you move the chest down, you have to get that work in that right leg. So you can, head is down, glance towards the knee. The forward of the knee should face up, not forward. Weight even on your sitting bones. And now you're drawing your left leg towards the hip, inner left thigh down, the outer right thigh down. Let go of the foot and come up, and the legs together. And bend the left leg. Move that knee well back. Heel toward its own buttock. Just the toe to the inner thigh. Just take the hands by your hips so you sit straight. Think of that Baddha Konasana or Upavishta Konasana action in your left leg. Back of the right leg to the floor. And now take the right hand, hold the foot, right hand, hold the foot, left hand, keep the chest in the center, and take the chest down and the head into Janu Shirshasana. The knee should be well back. And let go of the foot, come up, and your legs together. And now hold the outer edges of your feet and Paschimottanasana. Now come on. So bend both of the legs, heels towards the buttocks, your inner legs together, and also the feet. So the heels have to be really close to your sitting bones. So you have to have a good lift of your lower back. So the sacrum moves in, the front of your body lifts, so it's sort of lengthening along your thighs. So lift the breastbone. So watch the action of your lower back. Don't let go of the legs. And just don't do anything else. Just lift the feet off of the floor and get your balance. You're holding your legs. Feet on the floor. Bring the heels close to your sitting bones, close that space. Fold the arms around your legs. And now, hopefully at this point, you're sort of to the center sitting bones. So you move slightly back to the back of the buttock bones, lift the feet off the floor. Keep the spine moving in. Now hold the big toes. And straighten the legs up to the ceiling. So don't lean back. You shouldn't be on your sacrum. The lower back shouldn't drop. Move that lower back in. Bend the elbows, ubaya. Bring the legs closer. Bring the legs closer to your trunk. Move the head towards your shins. Just feel your thighs in contact with your abdomen, the abdomen moving towards your thighs. Lift the heels. And then lower. Legs straight, sitting Dandasana. So once more, bend your legs. So yes, you're moving the front body towards the legs, and for the front thighs, draw down towards the groin, and now push the heels to the floor, lift the toes up, and now take your right hand to the left wrist, and then take the back of the right hand underneath your feet. So, right hand to hold the left wrist. Take the hands underneath your feet. So you're holding the wrist, you're not holding your toes. So if the heels are so far away from your bottom, you're not going to get this. So you're holding like this. Left hand to the wrist, back of the right hand underneath the soles of your feet. So then you will realize that your spine now isn't straight because you've got to go slightly forward to get those hands underneath. And now, straighten the legs. So the thighs have to move close towards your rib cage. I see a lot of you are not following my instructions, you're just doing some easy option. Go on, Antonis. Straighten the legs, Judy Smith. and then lower. So you see, it shows that when you come to the difficult, you learn all the easy parts of it. When it comes to the more difficult parts, you don't do you? It's really difficult. Okay, hold the big, bend your legs, hold the big toes, and straighten your legs. Now bend the elbows, draw those legs down, bring the legs closer. Now let go of the toes, hold the center of your feet. Hold in the center of your feet. Now take the left hand and hold the right wrist. So it's more difficult doing it from there than it is doing it at the beginning. So bend the legs. I saw that, Jessica. So a lot of this work is in your abdomen. So in order, so you started holding your feet with your spine straight to help you with your balance. So now you can have the feet slightly further away from your bottom. Push down with the heels, lift the soles of your foot. And now hold the wrist and then take the hands around your foot. Now don't lose that grip. Legs are together. You're not doing Baddha Konasana, Keiko. And now lift the heels. Don't lose the grip. Toes to the ceiling. And the feet push into the hand. And the hands you draw in towards your chest and lift the chest. One, two, three, Smith, you're there. Lucy, not Lucy, Liz, you've got to have the hands right underneath the sole of your foot. That's it. But don't let go. Okay, had enough of that. Lower. And bend forward. Paschimottanasana. Bit of a disaster, that. Okay, so come up now. Stay, let go of your feet. And now you're in Dandasana. Just bend the legs slightly. Just a little bit, not slightly. And now take your left hand to the right wrist. The legs are bent, so you don't have to go so far. Extend forward and place. So you're holding your right wrist, you put the back of your left hand underneath your feet. Don't lose that grip. Now straighten your legs. With the head, bend your legs slightly. Adjust that grip so you are holding your wrist, not your hand. And then straighten your legs. I'm not doing that, Liz. I finished with that a long time ago. You're in Paschimottanasana. With all the instructions that I gave you for the hands. And then come up, so you can just lie flat on your back for a moment, simple cross legs. And then change the cross legs. And then bring your legs together and Purva Mukhatasana. So bend the legs over your tummy. And then release your legs. Now go back to the wall. So you're on your back with the legs up the wall. So you fly flat on your back, sitting bones against the wall, the legs up. And extend the arms over your head. And the action of your legs moving down, drawing the legs to the hips, drawing up and down. Don't move your arms, keep your buttock bones firmly on the wall, and then bringing those toes down. Your backside's gone up the wall, Elsa. And then take the legs back. And once more, keep the legs together and draw the toes down. Think of that action through the front legs, control the groin, move the groin back and down, thighs down, knees down, toes down. Now lift the hands and hold your heels. Don't lose that action. In your lower back, bend the elbows, elbows wide, chest open, and draw the toes down. Control your lower back. It will begin to lift a little bit, but do not roll onto your head. You are not doing halasana. Floating ribs, the lumbar should be on the floor. It's a very strong action. It is the reverse. So when you do Paschimottanasana, do you lift your back bottom off the floor? This is the reverse. So those legs pull back, the spine extends, then extend from the sitting bones to the heels. You need to control the lower back. So you're not doing halasana on your shoulders. Take the legs back and bend your legs. Hold the shins. And then bring your legs together so you can go back into the center. And Paschimottanasana. So that previous action was the reverse of this. So you're not lifting your backside in the air, are you? The neck, your shoulders. And then come up and now lie flat on your back. So just so that you are lying flat and straight. The hips are level. And now bend your right leg and hold the big toe with your right hand. Place the left hand on your thigh. And now you need to bring that right leg forward and down. The leg is bent, Rose. Bend the leg. Okay. And now extend in the left leg, drawing on your right leg. Draw that right knee and thigh down. Have the elbow to the outside of your knee. That's it. Keep stretching that left leg. Bring the foot forward, Marco, more. So if you want to get that thigh down, right thigh down. And then release and change over. So right hand on the thigh and then draw the left knee and thigh down. So weight is even, don't tilt. and then release, and change over. So now you've got that action of drawing the thigh down. The left hand on your left thigh. And now, you're not going to let go of your toe. You're going to lift the chest, the head slightly. Take the right elbow to the back of your head and take your right foot by your left shoulder. Elbow back, that's it, Lucy, good. Come on, that's it, don't let go of the foot. So you have to keep stretching that left hand towards the knee, elbow back, elbow back. So the back of your head is resting in the crook of your elbow. Keep stretching the left leg. Antonis, elbow back, lift the head a little, rest the head in your elbow, and then the right foot to your left shoulder. That's it, Jean Baptiste. A bit more, pull that foot up. With the elbow back, Judy, the foot has to come across your chest. Shin bone is across your chest. Elbow back. Left hand on your left thigh. I want everything, please. Go on, elbow back and lift the head. Elbow back, lift the head. Oh dear. Okay, let go. And the other side. So bend the leg first, hold the foot, get that action in the hip. So although you're drawing that thigh down, the leg is pulling into the hip, right hand on your thigh. And now you bend that elbow, elbow back, keep stretching that right arm, lift the head, elbow into the crook of your elbow and draw the foot now over to your left shoulder. Keep stretching the right arm. Let's go, keep that right heel on the floor. That's it, don't let that lift. Foot across, Marco. Move it down, still more. Pull it down. And then release. And then bend your legs. Purva Mukha Tasana. Relax the back to the floor. And then release your legs and then sit up, sitting Dandasana. Feel that lift of your lower back. The legs are straight, but those legs are pulling into your hip. Take the hands forward, hold your toes. Hold the big toes. All I asked was you to hold your toes. I didn't say Paschimottanasana. So hold the big toes, legs are straight, lift the breastbone. Do not let go of the left foot. And it is one smooth, even movement. Don't drag the leg. So you're going to bend the leg, lift the right heel, and bend the right elbow, and bring the right foot by your ear. Big toe. Now keep moving that right elbow back. Right elbow back, and now move the left shoulder blade in, extend the left leg. And now your inner right leg to grip the rib cage. Viewers in that arm to pull that foot up and back. Weight to your inner left leg. Foot up, Wendy. Still more, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Knee in, Jessica. Don't collapse, Marco. As it, bring the big toe towards your ear. Foot has to move in. Hold, big toe to the ear. And then straighten the leg. You're holding the toes, one flowing movement. Bend the left leg, left arm, pull back, pull back, pull back. Don't drag the foot, lift the foot, foot towards your ear. Jessica, not that far. Your ear isn't on the ceiling, it's on the side of your head. The leg is bent. And now shoulder blade in, keep pulling that elbow back, move the knee back, and now grip the hips together. So you wouldn't be a very good archer if you're looking away from the target. Why do you want to look towards the bent leg? Look towards the straight leg. And now you're pulling the bow with your left arm. Move that, pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. And then straighten the leg. Don't let go of the toes. Inhale, exhale, draw the bow, pull it back, quick, quick, quick. Inner left thigh down. And now looking towards your left leg, the right leg, stretch it up. Straight up, that's it. Now move the left shoulder blade in, grip your outer left thigh. Keep that leg forward, sole, forward and back. Sole of the foot to face the ceiling. Some of you do just doing Paschimottanasana with one leg lifted. And then lower, don't let go of your toes. Prepare the bow. Inhale, exhale, one flowing movement, draw that bow. Really draw that big toe back towards your ear. Keep that right leg straight, look towards your right foot. Shoulders down, lift the chest and foot up, straight up. Don't turn the hips. And then lower, Paschimottanasana. And then come up and then turn over, turn onto your hands and knees, have the hands, feet as wide as your mat, and Adho Mukha Svanasana with the hands and feet wide. And you get that freedom in your lower back. It also happens because you started on your hands and knees. Move the legs back to the I want a nice long dog, not a poodle. L-count, please. Legs back. Now really use the arms and the legs to get that freedom in the shoulder girdle, the spine extending, and freedom in your lower back. And then bend your legs. And now prepare your equipment for Savasana. Judy Smith, if you connect. When you're ready in your own time, go up. Your legs back, Francis, and your bottom forward. So all of your elbows in and adjust the hands down your back. And then push the center of your feet up. And turn this feet back a bit. So feel those side ribs moving forward and the hip bones to lift. So the front of your body should be open. Halasana. So rest lightly on your toes. And then take the arms back towards your feet. Also move the pelvis forward, roll onto the top of your shoulders, shoulder blades in. And now, so the arms are back, they're in direction of your feet. So we begin to move the feet and the arms, then you've got that rolling action, slowly rolling your spine down and going straight into Paschimottanasana. The arms move with your feet, don't just leave them hanging behind. Or straight down. So now you should be in Paschimottanasana. And then come up, so just open your equipment and then sit with your legs straight, sitting Dandasana. level, and the right leg, knee facing the ceiling, heel toward its own buttock. So Marichasana 3. So now take the right arm behind, lift up with your left arm. So don't think so much about the arm and the elbow. Think of the armpit. So you've got to turn that left armpit to the right, go slightly forward with the armpit, then extend that left arm so the elbow is free, turn the arm and then wrap the arm around your leg. And then lift the right arm and clasp. It's got to stretch forward towards the foot. Keep moving forward, Marco. Draw that thigh down, control the groin. So now bend that elbow, take the hand back up towards your waist, and lift the right arm and then clasp. Keep pulling your left leg towards the hip, you keep the weight even on your sitting bones. So don't think about stretching up, think of the turn. Turn the chest. So now if you've got a nice grip, just hold in the fingers, hold the palm. If you've got a nice grip, hold in the palm, reach for the wrists. So that left leg, don't think about stretching it away, because then the pelvis won't be level. Think of pulling your left leg towards the hip, outer right will pull down, so anchor that right buttock bone to the floor. And breathe normally, and then release, and change over. So get that base correct, so your hips are level. So it is a strong twist. And now, don't think of just the actor, think of the hand, the elbow, think of that right armpit. Move that right armpit to your outer knee, so there's no spaces there. So then we've got that forward movement, pull the right leg back, right armpit forward, then wrap the arm around your leg. Lift the left arm and clasp. Turn the chest. And then release. So your legs straight, your feet slightly apart. So that gives you freedom in your back and Paschimottanasana with the legs slightly apart. Armpits down, extend the front. And then you can come up and lie down for Shavasana. Lie down, adjust your lower back and your shoulder blades. back muscle, the eyes, don't you go? The facial muscles. And observe your breath, your mind quiet. And then open your eyes. And bend your legs, roll to the right. You can get up.
Thanks, Penny.
You're welcome. Bye. I'm not here for 5 weeks.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm here next week. I'm here next week.
Oh, all right. Have a nice. All right. Have a nice. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Penny.
Enjoy, Penny. Thank you. Happy Christmas. Not nice on. Turn these off.